One of the guys who ran against Donald Trump last year, one of the Republican candidates, is making some news this weekend. Millions flocking to the beach through the 4th of July holiday. But in New Jersey, state parks and beaches are closed unless you are the governor. Today marks the 3rd day of a government shutdown in New Jersey, with state offices like DMVs and courts closed and tens of thousands of state workers set to be furloughed. At issue, passing a budget plan while restructuring insurance. The state assembly speaker, a Democrat, is blocking a vote because he believes it's bad policy and has derided the shutdown as the governor's hostage crisis. The governor sees it another way. Here's Chris Christie yesterday.
If they sent me a budget today, the shutdown would be over. It is the legislature that's choosing not to send me either budget. But I'm a little frustrated, quite frankly, at this point that no one will send me any budget. I'm sitting here waiting for a budget, and no one will send me one. I quoted that great American philosopher Wimpy from the Popeye cartoons, you know, when he would say, "I'd be glad to pay you tomorrow for a hamburger today." If I'm paying for the hamburger, I'm getting it today, not waiting and trusting Vinny Prieto to do it, you know, sometime over the summer.
Governor, looked like you got some sun.
No, I didn't, Claude, but go ahead. I didn't get any sun today.
My question is this. Are there lifeguards at the...
No. No, there's no one at Island Beach State Park. There are no lifeguards. There's no one to pick up the garbage. There's no one providing any services at Island Beach State Park.
So my question is...
Next. Next.
Are you allowed to swim?
Excuse me. Next. Next. I'm done. We're talking about the closure of government, and you're talking about your TMZ stuff.
All right, so what's going on there? The journalists at NJ.com sent a plane to fly over Island Beach State Park, and they photographed Governor Christie and his family enjoying the warm weather before the governor held the news conference you just saw. The site reports, quote, when later told of the photo, Brian Murray, the governor's spokesman, said, yes, the governor was on the beach briefly today talking to his wife and his family before heading into the office. He did not get any sun. Murray added he had a baseball hat on. The governor has called a special session that gets underway at 10 a.m. today to try to reach that deal. Once among the most popular governors in the country, Christie has seen his popularity crater, his approval rating now about 15%. And as Quinnipiac University put it, the worst approval rating for any governor in any state surveyed by Quinnipiac University in more than 20 years. So Governor Christie describes this as the speaker's shutdown. Obviously, there are two sides to this story. Hopefully, for the people of New Jersey, they can get something done. But bad optics for the moment yesterday on the beach for Governor Christie.
Horrible optics. I grew up on the beach. I mean, and the idea that the beach would be closed down, like it must cost more to close down the beach and actually let people go to the beach. That's one thing. But the optics of Christie on the beach. I mean, imagine the people, because again, I grew up on the beach in the summertime. People spend their whole year looking forward to the 4th of July weekend, going to the beach, and then now they can't go to the beach because the state can't get its act together, but the governor can go to the beach. He should know better. So
just so people know, Island Beach State Park is where the governor has a beach residence.
Yes.
So he's just on the beach right in front of that residence. When he was asked yesterday about why he should be on the beach and others weren't, he said, run for governor. You get your own residence.
He's in the, as Rick said, the honey badger portion of his governorship.
I
don't care. He's at 15%.
Yeah.
He's on his way out. It's an amazing fall from grace. It is an amazing fall from grace. To think what he was politically just 2 years ago to what he is now, it just shows how rough and tumble American politics can be and why you should not close traffic lanes in Fort Lee.
And then there's the kind of just the serious juxtaposition of the gathering in Southampton with Ivanka Trump and Jared and all of the leaders of business all in this.
The establishment.
The establishment.
You know, the finger food was fine.
And then Christie on the beach when everyone else can't go to the beach, right? This is a sign of fat cats, no pun intended, right? Who stand above everybody else, right? Who think they're not beholden to the law, that they're not responsible to anything other than to their own greed and self-interest.
I mean, it's the 4th of July, but that photograph is almost regal.
Right.
He is on his private beach. You don't have any of the hoi polloi. God forbid that anyone else is allowed to come in, but he's allowed to.
Can you get below 15% approval rating?
No.
I mean, we might find out.
It's like a mathematical impossibility. But he also misquoted Wimpy. Wimpy always promised to repay on Tuesday.
That's right. Thank you
Oh,
for
wow.
closing the
Rick,
circle on the
fact-check
wimpy
that
quote.
order. Jeez.
Rick Tyler, ladies and gentlemen.
Well done.
Hey, Jake Sherman, thanks so much. We'll, of course, be reading the Politico playbook, as we always do this morning. Happy 4th
Thank
to you,
you.
Jake.
Thanks.
Still ahead on Morning Joe, diplomacy in the era of Donald Trump. The president tweeting, we'll be speaking with Germany and France this morning. We'll talk about his unorthodox approach as he readies to meet Vladimir Putin on Friday. Plus, we'll get a live report from the White House as even some states run by Republicans reject the administration's requests for sensitive voter rolls. We'll get Hallie Jackson to explain that when Morning Joe comes right back.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.